So I'm here with owner and CEO Chris Day. Was just basically going to go over and take this opportunity to basically cover a lot of the things that people might possibly want to know about us,
or have no idea,
or have absolutely no idea, and why they should give us a chance to get our leg in the door,
fair,
so to speak. So, first of all, do you just want to give us a rundown of how did Slot Machines Unlimited start? Because it's such a niche business. It's not something that you see daily, and a lot of people don't even know about that. I know for me, in my personal experience, telling my peers and counterparts just everything that goes on to it, that there's just more to it, and they're like, oh, I never knew.
Yeah, it is a pretty random business, but first off, I want to thank Ethan for having us on the show today. So Ethan has been here for a year and a half, and he's a year and a half through college, SMU College, we call it here. You'll find out through more of the episodes of why it's called SMU College. What got us into this? So actually, my dad had worked for somebody from 1993 to about 1999. My dad took a risk, went on his own, pulled out a home equity line of credit of $30,000. It's a shitload of money, still a shitload of money now. Took a chance on it and made it happen. Long story short. And then I had gotten out of college. I don't know how I graduated. And then I tried to get a corporate job. At the time, I was happy with like 30 grand a year. I didn't know. I didn't have any bills or anything. I was fortunate enough, so it's fine. I can live off, $1,100 every 2 weeks or whatever it is. Nobody would hire me. This was at the end. I'm going to use the recession as an excuse, but I was probably just a piece of shit interviewer. So, but yeah, so I couldn't get. I never got a corporate job. So I delivered pizzas. Sweet job, by the way. From 10 to 4. Lived at home, saved my money, and then I went and sold cell phones for a family friend for about a year and a half. And I remember telling him September of 2010, I said, hey, I'm going to save up $3,000 and you're going to fire me and I'm going to move to Florida.
I remember hearing that story.
Yeah. So, moral of the story got to that, I think it's Labor Day. That's in September. And I never ended up moving to Florida, obviously. And I remember I was at my parents because I was living there, and my dad and I just had like this moment. Because he was, I was fortunate my parents paid for my college, and he was all like, why can't you get a fucking job? Lazy, and blah, 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 blah. And so it was like an epiphany. We both looked at each other at the same time, and he goes, you want to give this a shot? I'm not going to fucking make it easy on you. It's like, well, I got nothing to lose. So I started as a cleaner, part-time, $12.50 an hour. Then I came on full-time end of October 2010. I made $500 a week. I sold my first 4 machines in November of 2010 off of Craigslist. I had a Craigslist pyramid scheme going. It's actually kind of genius. I sold my first 4 machines, and my dad gave me $100 a piece commission. So I made $400, and I thought I was set for life. I thought I was loaded, and I'll never forget this. This is probably why this company is where it is. One of the quotes is he called me on my way back from Louisville, and I didn't answer the phone. This time we had a lot of competition in the retail space, a lot. And I called him back. I seriously, it was still 2010. I was still obsessed with my phone. I probably called him back 6 minutes after, and he fucking went off on me. You don't answer your fucking phone. You're gonna call the competitor. You don't want to take this serious. Blah, the whole 9 yards. Fast forward, I started dicking around on the internet. Got a little lucky. Got scrappy. And now it's my brother and I bought my dad out in 2018. Was not handed to us. We paid a nice sum for it. My dad was not easy on us. Still isn't.
He's still engaged in the company.
He still gets bored. He has no idea what's going on anymore, which is fine.
He's got business cards that say truck driver.
His business cards say truck driver. But yeah, it kind of just took off. We grew at a really, really good pace. We managed money well. Which is one of the hardest things. We didn't fuck too many people over, and we treat our employees, for the most part, pretty good. Never going to be perfect, and so that's where SMU's at now. I don't know how many people we have here, 35, 40. We got a 120,000 square foot warehouse altogether now, so yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah, so you covered a lot of good stuff in here that I was actually going to play off of, and one of that is what do you view family being in this business, and what type of role or what type
The
of
thing about
does that
family
have?
business is why it has worked and why it doesn't work for some families is I think it's engaged in our genes, my blood. My family's just business people making a deal here and there.
Mm-hmm.
We don't dress to impress. None of that stuff. We just tell you how it is, and we tell you the truth. And if we fuck up, we fuck up too. And part of the other family thing is like my dad and I fought every single day. And my brother and him didn't really fight, but I was kind of more the visionary, like leader, like, hey, we can do this, this, and this to make more money or to grow the business. And then my brother's more of like, my brother has his strengths in selling and overseas and travel, and he's good with the machines and the software. So it's been a really, really, really good combination that nobody in the industry can touch. You have two really strong people. I'm not being arrogant. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
And we don't fight about money.
Yeah.
That's the other thing is we don't need money to go out and buy fancy stuff. Example of why it's worked. I mean, it's not always been pretty, and we always have our, my brother kind of slows me down sometimes because I'm always the one that wants to like, we should do this or we should do that, or but he puts some sense into it. But at the same time, without those ideas, we wouldn't have the growth that we have now. So
absolutely,
it's been a good mixture.
Yeah. And to like what you were mentioning about being the visionary, that's going to encompass into like the next question that I have about where SMU ends up going, or where you see it going. I remember your dad telling me a story that he was badgering you about wanting to take credit card payments. And
that was 2010. My dad goes, "Why do you want to do credit card payments?" And I said, "Well, that's the way things are. He's old school. He didn't have a check or a bank wire. Go fuck yourself, basically." And I think the first year at the time, it's still a lot of money now, but at the time, I think my first year or two, I think I did $750,000 in credit card sales for retail.
That's
That was in 2010, selling fucking iGames and S2000s, $800,000 machines. It might work. And then our other argument was like 2015, 2016. Why are you texting people? Why are you? I said, because I can remember what I said. I don't care about talking about people on the phone that much. It's just the way things are going, and I can and when I'm on the plane, I go back through my old text and I work. I will message somebody from 2 years ago, hey, you want to buy this machine? And honestly, I make it a goal of mine on every flight to sell something.
Yeah.
It's like a running joke. Like I will sell a retail machine on every flight I'm on to pay for my flight. That's like that's just yay. So.
That does show it's nice, and also just the leadership from that side. But I know you were talking about a couple of things. I want to touch up on those. So you said Andy is really good with the selling side. Show us the demographic and the dynamic of SMU itself. What are the different avenues and outputs that we have here? So
one thing that I truly think sets us apart from the others, and there's nothing wrong with this, that just means I have more headaches, is a lot of our competition